Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. I hope I got the settings up. All right, your audience will see it in a moment. If this is starting already, looks like we are good to go. I'm gonna talk a little bit before I get to any of the live chat. There's one thing I want to discuss. Recently I did a video on Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to talk about The Walking Dead for a little bit. This is just an impulsive live. I felt bad for everyone saying that because of the time zones they can't catch the live streams at nighttime, so I was like, listen, I have like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, okay? I'm working on the comic, and I got to do something and then touch base with the artist in a moment, but I have 45 minutes of free time. Let's talk about stuff for 45 minutes. So we will talk about The Walking Dead, but recently I did a video about Fear the Walking Dead and how season 1 I liked it a lot more. If you guys haven't watched that video, go check it out. It's 30 minutes and it's not like, you know, in depth and all this other shit, but let me change some stuff around in case it's freezing up. I don't know if that's on my end or what. It looks like it. But so anyway, I watched season 1 and I liked it a lot more. Absolutely liked it a lot more. And then the first time I watched it, now there's something I wanted to do with season 2 that I've wanted to do since season 2 aired, and that was talking about some of the stuff that I thought was a little bit problematic. That is a video where I want it to be positive. I don't want to just say, okay, here's everything I think is wrong with Fear the Walking Dead season 2, but kind of like a video being as positive about the negative stuff as I can be. But the one thing that I want to discuss now, and that's one thing I think The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead all have in common. This is a problem they all have in common, and it might just be coming from AMC with the budget, with how they run things, because of the notes that we know from the Frank Darabont stuff. Now, we only have a certain amount of time, so I won't go crazy with it. Basically, AMC gave Frank Darabont a bunch of crazy notes like, oh, do we need that many zombies? Just film indoors, like, because it's more expensive to film outdoors with the position of the sun, the lighting, and the weather, and all that. And you only have a limited amount of time outside. Obviously, there's some issues in season 2 where the shadows from here and then the shadows from here when they're out right when Sophia goes missing. So I'm thinking, Fear the Walking Dead. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I was watching Fear the Walking Dead. And I was taking part 2, and I was taking some notes about the stuff I want to discuss, and I was thinking, man, you know what? A lot of us fans have a problem with Nick. Now, if you don't, you don't, but I'm talking about the fans that do. They have a problem with the way Nick just left all of a sudden. You get to the ranch, and then he has this, you know, this conversation with Celia, kind of grows a quick bond with her, and then he leaves because of everything, and it feels kind of forced. And then a lot of us had a problem with how Chris left, and then how Travis went with him, and not only went with him, but stayed with him. You know what I mean? And then later Travis would come back, and that's cool. I really like the Chris, Travis, and what happened at the hotel, the fight. But then another huge problem happens. I think this is one of the worst problems in season 2, which is kicking them out. I mean, we'll get into that. But then Strand stays behind. Not only that, previously, and I missed it, Ophelia just left. She just bounced, right, after her father died. There's all these characters that are leaving, just leaving. And this is one of the biggest problems I had watching Fear the Walking Dead season 2 is because it feels like they said, okay, we need to film it this way. We need different characters so we can do split episodes. We need to have it structured like this. So let's just create quick, you know, weak, flaky reasons for why they left. Ophelia left. We'll explain it later, you know, and that's what they did. They didn't fully explain it. We got a little bit. We got a taste, and we could kind of guess and speculate, but they didn't fully explain it. Just like with Nick, we got a taste, but as soon as he leaves, he left so he wanted to find people like-minded, but we see him continue to kill walkers. We have all this stuff that just contradicts his character. Then we have other stuff that it just feels problematic. The Walking Dead has a little bit of this problem as well, and I feel The Walking Dead has handled it a little bit better with more moments when they did this than with Fear the Walking Dead. Now, with Fear the Walking Dead and with The Walking Dead and how they split up the storyline, a lot of the thing comes down to, and I don't want people getting confused saying, oh, well, yeah, they're going to meet up, and I know it's convenient. We're not talking about this at the moment. We're talking about, and I'm going to go into the comments as soon as I finish this, we're talking about just them splitting them up, just them fracturing the group. It doesn't matter if they come back. It doesn't matter how you feel about the conveniences. I'm just talking about splitting them up. Do you guys feel, or have you felt, especially with Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, that is hindering some of your enjoyment because the story doesn't feel as organic or as authentic as you're watching it than maybe a studio that's not so worried about filming characters in different storylines, you know? Because I think maybe they thought that's part of the problem. Is the stream cut out? Let me see. I got something that's yellow. It says the stream is continuing. Let me check the bitrate. Let's go into some questions, but that's something that I'm going to touch more on with my big Fear the Walking Dead Season 2 video. It's not going to be like huge, but I'm taking the entire season and I'm gonna hack away, and I'm just gonna show all the fans, you know, whether you agree with me that you dislike Season 2, whether you disagree and you really liked Season 2, I'm going to at least, for all the bitching that you've heard me do and all the complaining you sat through on this channel, I'm going to give this as like a, here, this is why I didn't like it. If you agree, you agree. If you disagree, you disagree. And then maybe you can counter with some responses of why you did like it. Seeing a different perspective does change people's opinions on different things. Just because I dislike something today doesn't mean I won't hear your opinion and be like, oh, you know what, that scene makes a little more sense to me now. I like that a little bit better. When I talked about Chris when he picked up the knife in Season 2, and after I heard what the showrunner said about that scene, I actually liked that scene 10 times more just by the showrunner clarifying what happened with Chris in that moment, and the fact that Chris wasn't being creepy picking up the knife thinking, man, I'm going to kill this bitch, you know? He was legitimately going to talk to her, and this is what the showrunner said, and he saw the knife and it clicked, and he was just shocked that the knife wasn't there to protect them against zombies. They're in this community. The knife was there to protect them against him, you know what I mean? And that reality set in, and it just took a hold of him, and he went and picked it up because he just couldn't believe it. Like, I love that type of shit. Now, obviously, him picking it up, that was a little bit of forcing the story to go, push that character out. That way the girls can wake up and see him holding a knife. But his explanation made me love that scene 10 times more. I feel like that explanation should have got jammed into the story somewhat. Chris should have came out and said, Dad, I went into the room just trying to talk to her, I swear to God, and I saw the knife and it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. That knife was meant for me. You know what I mean? They were so afraid of me. And he's like, this got so out of hand. Whatever. I mean, I feel like they should have jammed that in there somewhere. But let's hit up some questions because, like I said, we only have about like 25 more minutes. Stream cut out. Let's go down to the fresh questions. I don't that the split of the group made the show better or not. In my opinion, the best way to assess this is to see where they're going with Season 3. Yeah, you know, sitting back and waiting to see where they go with Season 3 is great, and I will maintain judgment for how Season 1 ended because of that, but in the same strength, no matter what they do in Season 3 will never redeem some moments in Season 2. You can't redeem Strand staying at the hotel. No matter what you do, you can't redeem that. When they were cleaning the hotel, what did Strand do? Bitched and moaned about how this isn't home, and the first chance he gets, he's out. You know? 2 episodes, 3 episodes later, he's like, I'm staying, Madison. And she's like, why, Strand? And this was cut. This was a deleted scene. And Strand said, well, because the producers want us to separate and they need us to go to... No, I'm just kidding. But you can't redeem that no matter what they do in Season 3. You can give him a cool story, but you'll never redeem, when I rewatch Season 2, how dumb that moment looks. And then with Oscar, I think... is it Oscar? No, Hector. One of those. that is probably the moment where someone got confused in the writing room, and that's legitimately a mistake. It's legitimately a mistake. I've rewatched it a number of times. It was my biggest problem when I watched it live. No matter what you do with the story, it will never, ever, ever fix rewatching season 2, because they took a character who was enemies essentially with another character, and they made that one character act as if he was best friends or family with the other group he was initially enemies with just a week ago, you know, and they never showed us them creating a bond. So it just came out so fake and so ridiculous. And the fact that they were so mad that Travis broke the rules and they were going to go in there and kill him for breaking the rules, but the reason they're so mad is because Travis lost his shit. It was literally them doing what Travis did. It's just like, oh my god, oh my god. Season 2 is frustrating. But I will hold reserve for some things. I know what you mean. With Nick and Lucy going out, like, I'm holding judgment on that part of the story because we need to see how it plays out in season 3, you know, but let's see what we got here. Exactly, because producers needed them to separate. Sometimes it feels like that, and it's interfering with, personally, my enjoyment of the story. And I think this is healthy discussion, because if the people doing the show, I mean, everyone's all excited to work on the show or whatnot, if they're just blinded by that excitement, if they're blinded by the excitement and the energy levels and the positive vibes about working on the show, but they're trying to do what the studio wants them to do, it is definitely possible for professionals, for people in those positions, because we look at them like, oh my god, they must know everything. You know, they must know what they're doing because they got into these positions. And then years go by and you finally read the stories of what happened on set, and you realize these are people who are constantly doubting themselves. And I'm not saying they are, I'm saying this stuff happens. We look at them like they know everything they're doing, but in reality, they might not be so sure about, what is this, fucking stream complete? What do you mean? Oh. Alright, I gotta look some shit up on YouTube. But my point is, I feel like talking about what we love and what we dislike, I feel like talking about what we dislike the most is more helpful, because it can allow the people creating a show to step back and go, okay, you know what, this is creating our fan base to disengage, and it's taking them out of the moment. How can we polish this to keep that from happening as much as possible? That's why I harp on some of the negatives more as the positives. I feel like if something's good, we don't need to explain it. This is good because this isn't this, you know? But when something is bad, all right, let's break it down. So those who want to hear, maybe it can help, you know? Anyway, Rick Montalvan. I agree about Hector. Laugh out loud. Shit made no sense. No, it didn't. One episode, they got a gun to his head. They're like, give me the keys. We'll kill this dude. 2 episodes later, he's like, man, listen, the guy who was going to threaten to kill me, he died through an accident, you know, a fit of rage. So I now must throw my life into the situation and just go ape shit like I'm his brother. I think they mixed up the roles. I think they accidentally, the writer gave, what was it, Oscar? I believe they gave Hector Oscar's lines. You know what I mean? What do we got here? From Ben. Q&A. A bit of a stretch, but do you think we could see Abraham, Eugene, Rosita in Fear due to the time frame and location? No. I do want to give a shout out to a super chat that I don't know where it came from, but it was from the other day. Ashley Estrada. I'm going to rewatch this. I missed a lot of this one. Thanks for being awesome, Ronnie. I miss seeing Juliet. I got a Munch Pack video I got to edit and upload, so you'll see Juliet soon. And the Mapp channel is up for the family content, so I'll be linking that soon too. Anyway, thank you very much. It looks like you gave that super chat after the live stream shut down last time, so I wanted to make a note of shouting you out. What do we got? Yeah, she looks, about her development, somehow Russian Force, the 10 channel. Do you think Rick and Negan will develop more of an understanding relationship? Kind of, sort of. I don't know if you mean the comic or the show. Molo, I mean, if you mean both, to a degree, not 100% understanding. Never, never. Rick can never understand that completely. Mallow Lud, can anyone say, are we talking about Fear or The Walking Dead? Whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about Fear? We want to talk about The Walking Dead. The reason I brought up Fear is because that is the most relevant to what is drawing my opinions. It's shining a spotlight on something I think is a problem with everything in AMC's world of The Walking Dead and how they show it. And that's why we were talking about it. But no, this isn't Fear only. Peso Million. Ronnie, do you think Eduardo Peter Zimmerman will have a love interest in Season 8, The Walking Dead? Oh, listen, I'm going to be interviewing Eduardo. If you guys know who he is, we'll put it. Well, I can't put images up. This is live. Damn. In the next time I can do it, I will put it up. But we're going to be doing a interview with Peter Zimmerman. I talked to him on Twitter, those who saw that. I'm starting the interviews with the cast in June. I'm going to try to make it as early June as possible. There's some surprises, but since we spoke openly on Twitter, cat's out of the bag on that one. But yeah, so that's going to be really cool. I did see a number of people saying they want Maggie as a love interest, and fuck to the no. You could give him a love interest, but give him a love interest that fits. Maggie is in a totally different place. It would never work right now. If you wanna give him a love interest as Maggie instead of Dante in the future, now you guys know how I feel about blending characters. Eduardo has a character and a role. He should play that role. Dante has a character and a role, and he should play that role. I don't agree with getting rid of either one to supplement something for the shipper fan base. I don't agree with that at all. I'm excited to see what Eduardo's character will do, and I want to see his authentic character. I don't want it to get twisted or blended because of some fans that are thinking, oh, let's throw him with Maggie. If that is a good fit, right? If that is an authentically good fit, it needs to happen after Season 8. So maybe put him on the front lines with the Hilltop group. He could take, he could be like like an underboss or a sergeant or lieutenant, whatever the ranking system is for Maggie. He can help lead some troops. He can help defend the Hilltop. I am real interested to see what they do as far as developing some of the Hilltop characters, because they weren't as developed in the comic book, but as the time went on, they got more and more developed. So that's pretty cool. But as far as a love interest in Season 8 of The Walking Dead, we're going into war. And I'll say this throughout the entire, season, cast, whatever. I am not looking forward to love interests. If it happens authentically, that is cool. I'm definitely interested in seeing how that plays out. But I'm curious on where does this come from where it's like love interest? I want to see him rise up and lead into the battle more than I want to see him, I want to see him protecting the Hilltop or leading a troop. That's what I think when I think of Season 8 and All Out War. My brain doesn't go anywhere near a love interest. But if there's something that I missed, if there was some kind of, maybe another girl in Hilltop and I missed a scene in the background or whatever, you let me know, and we'll continue the convo from there. But I'm excited about the interview. That's going to kick ass. Katie Gat H. Eduardo is hot. Is that why you guys want to live vicariously through the love interest aspect? That's all good. But I've seen that a lot on Twitter. Eduardo, he's a looker. Oh, we got too many questions here. I can't burn through all these. That sucks. I feel bad because I can't wait. What will happen with Eduardo and Cal this season? I want them to be fleshed out, definitely. Eduardo and Cal. Cal has something. I believe it's Cal. They have something where he pissed off Jesus because of something, yada, yada, yada. But I think that was before the war broke out, so they might not be doing that. Lionel Watson, are you disappointed that there isn't more Rick and Morgan? Yeah, no. I mean, I really love the banter back and forth between those two characters, but I wasn't ever watching Season 7 going, oh, we need more Rick and Morgan. I would have liked to see them meet up sooner than they did, and when they did meet up, I would have liked to see more of a moment, you know what I mean? But so in that way, yes, a little bit but not a huge amount. Spin. Oh, okay. Dalen, I hope some new writers on Fear will clean that up a bit with the writing. Yeah, I hope they do a little bit of something. Melo Ludd, Ronnie, how would you like the Whispers to look like? Designing perhaps some of your remarks. Look? I want them to look creepy. I want them to look creepy as shit. The creepier, the better. Monty Stephen, hey Ronnie, Alexandria and the Hilltop have no doctors right now. How do you think that will play out? They got to get one. I think it's as simple as that. The Sanctuary has a doctor. They got to get in there and get him out, and that's if there's problems, they got to do it faster, or they need somebody on the inside to bring the doctor out. I don't think coming up or finding a new doctor would do anything but seem too convenient. Darian Champagne, I want Fear the Walking Dead season 3 is good. Do you English? Nah, I want it to be good too. On some real shit. Alex Atkin, do you think TV Rick will Negan? Maybe that should say will kill Negan. I think there's a chance. There is a chance, but right now I'm thinking it'll play out more like the comic than it will the show for season 8. Van Q and A, why don't they play billiards in Canada? I have no idea what that means. Solar Wind, do you think Carl isn't living up to his potential in the show? He seems like a non-character who has very little interaction with Rick. Their relationship is deeper in the comics. I think they could do a little more with that, sure. Tay Lee Low, do you think Eugene will fuck up Negan at some point so the survivors can take the lead in the war? I don't know if it's so the survivors can take the lead, but I do think that Eugene's going to throw a wrench into Negan's plans. Carol Convo 83, don't like the idea of having a new beginning the second half of season 8, not enough time for directors to completely change set and characters. I hate the idea. I'm hating it more and more, so I agree with you. Filmmaker wannabes, Peter Zimmerman is amazing. He gave me an 8x10 when I sent him a few 4x6s for autographs. Amazing man. That is really, really cool. That is awesome. When I was little, that was the only way you could get, autographs and stuff, unless you've seen them in person, was to send it in the mail. I'm surprised they still do that. But that is really cool. Brandy Lynn, Taylor Rotter, it's weird as hell. Oh, okay. Excited for Preacher Season 2? I'm a little bit excited for Preacher Season 2. I'm not real blown away by it. I never rewatched it. I don't know. I don't know. I like it, but it wasn't like, there wasn't that fire of excitement, you know what I mean? Katie Gate H, did I say that right? I hope they continue to film Fear the way they do. The usage of drones is new and effective. Remember the walkers on the pier. Yep. SSA. Which season and episode will the TV show catch up to the comics right now? Issue 167. I'm not worried about the TV show catching up to the comics. We still have all of season 8, all of season 9, and depending on... Listen, here's the thing that people aren't realizing. The story might be going a little bit slow right now, and it is a little more... it's a little more... How would I say? I think the season right now is probably the most interesting to see how they adapt it to the screen, because the other previous seasons felt like it had true bookends. But look at what we're doing with the... Where's the bookend? If you just look at that, you have the new beginning and you have sprinkle of the Whispers, and then as soon as that shit pops off, you have the sprinkle of the Saviors, but the stuff with the Whispers is still going on. So, alright, fuck. I'm figuring out this YouTube shit tonight. I'm going to look into it because the stream keeps going off and on. So I'm going to look into that. But anyway, what I was saying with the Whispers, there's no way to bookend it completely because it's a sprinkle all from the new beginning, issue 127, to where we are now. Even afterward, you're dealing with the aftermath of the Whispers, and you're dealing with the fact that they're still out there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's very different than having... We meet the governor dies, and the battle is over. You bookended it, you know? We met him, torture, rape of Michonne, all this other shit. The war, everyone dies, Rick gets away. That is perfectly bookend, beginning, end. With the Whispers, it's such a sprinkle, and it's all intertwined, and I think that's why I enjoy the writing the most, but it's probably the most interesting to see how they'll mix that into the TV show. So when it comes to them catching up, I think Kirkman can have some kind of intense storyline that can take up only so many different issues, where the show can use a whole half a season to do that. So the comic could rush through some story. Boom, now the show is more farther away from catching up, if you see what I mean, you know? Depending on what story's coming next, I think that's a possibility. Antonia Wolf, I love her development in the sense she oh, sorry, that wasn't to me. Ronnie, what do you think about this theory I've heard of where the Vatos got taken out by Grady Memorial cops? Vatos and Grady, I forget. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of in the same area. That is possible, but why would the cops? I'd like to know why, because I've heard people say, oh, it was the governor, oh, it was this. If anyone has theories about who took out the Vatos, I say stick with it, you know, because we do know the governor took in Merle. So the governor was in that same area, and he was active, you know what I mean? So going and exploring, scavenging and stuff like that. Me personally, I like to see the world as filled out as possible. So when I look back at the Vatos, I think they were killed by a whole different gang, a whole nother gang. And it makes me feel like the world is a little bigger, you know what I mean? Kim T. Ronnie, do you think with Scott Gimple joining Fear the Walking Dead that we'll see a bigger change in quantity? I think, no offense to Scott Gimple, but I think people are estimating how much of an impact he'll have. He's coming on as an executive producer, so I really see him adding some input, but I don't see some drastic changes. I think, and keep in mind, they're also adding 2 new showrunners. I think there's 2 people that are going to be showrunning, and I think they're going to want to make their mark. So even if Scott Gimple comes in and he's like, listen, I think we should probably do this, that, and a third, you know, if they have the complete say and if AMC's behind them, you know, whatever their vision is, they're most likely going to listen to what he has to say, incorporate what they feel is useful, discard what they can't really use for their vision. But keep in mind, his, you know, ideas are going to be fighting against the 2 new showrunners. And any showrunner is going to want to feel like they want to put their vision, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to sit in a driver's seat and have someone else tell them where to go, if you get what I'm saying. Here's Negan, Q&A. Do you think there will be a major character death in this season's Fear? This is rough, and this is probably one of the rough parts about creating a family unit like Madison, Travis, and this is what it's down to. And then you have Nick and Alicia. I feel like Alicia would promote the biggest change in the characters because of the mother's failure as a mother and having Alicia grow. But here's the biggest problem. I feel like Alicia has this online fan base from the 100 and from other stuff. I don't think AMC would take the risk. I honestly don't think so. When it comes to the Nick character, he's building a fan base as well for Fear the Walking Dead. I don't think they would take him out. And I think the show would suffer if it takes out Madison and Travis at this time, depending on how they handle the story. If they take Travis out, I think that's probably the weakest death they can do, because he's already lost everything. He lost his ex-wife in Season 1. He lost his son in Season 2. If they just take him out, it feels like they're chopping off the weakest character, you know what I mean? Because he has no other connections except for Madison, who is, you know, in love with him, and obviously that would be pushing her story forward. But I'm not saying they should kill Madison. I think Travis, if you look at him, the actor's good. If you don't like him in Fear the Walking Dead, I don't know what to tell you, but the dude can act. He got this, you know? He lost so much in 1, so much in 2. To not use that for that character, I think it is just crazy. And then the other 2 characters you can't kill off. Strand's been there since Season 1. I feel like at this time, depending on what story they do, he's inkillable, you know, or they shouldn't, at least for Season 3. So who else is left, you know? Main character-wise, except for Ophelia. Are they going to bring Danny back? You can't bring him back and then kill him. I'm convinced he's out there somewhere. I don't think he's dead. That was a weak death, in my opinion. Let's scroll down a little bit. Meerkat. If Clem and Javier were to come into the comic for a couple issues, how would you want them to be? I have no idea. I didn't play Season 3 yet. I'm waiting until I move, and then we're going to do the Telltale Games. You're looking good today, Ronnie, from Delphi Gibson. Thank you very much. Did I pronounce that right? I messed it up, didn't I? Thank you for the compliment, though. The 10 channel. What do you think of Eugene's future, if there is one? I don't know what you mean, comic or show. I think in the TV show, his future is obviously to stay alive, you know, and then I think there's going to become a breaking point where he's going to turn on Negan and start helping his true friends and family. Rundle.com. I heard some people talking about how Dante is being cast right now. It seems too early. I don't look into I don't look into casting like that. If there's an announcement that is, you know, kind of official, somewhat official, I'll look into that, but I haven't heard anything. Rick, I hate Dante. He's constant flirting with Maggie, gets pretty annoying. Yeah, there's some people that like it. I didn't mind it in the very beginning. I thought it was playful, and it was nice that we had a Maggie who's shooting them down, and I think it led to somewhere great. And her talking about Glenn after, and we don't need to revisit that right now, but I thought that was great what it led to, you know. Mark Molly, they're far further from freshmen than the survivors in the main show were. Zach Hapgood, Ronnie, do you think we will see the scene where Rick walks up to Negan, attempting to shoot him in the beginning of All Out War? You know, technically we passed that, you know, in the comic, so, or from the show. So, I don't know. It's possible they could remix that. For everyone saying I just want to put this in here. For everyone saying there's not enough material to do the all-out war stuff in Season 8, they're forgetting two big things. One big thing, everyone is counting the season finale as all-out war material, and I don't know why. That happened in the comic before All-Out War. That did not happen in All-Out War. They did the Holly trade in issue, 114? That wasn't even in the wars. I don't know. No, I'm sorry. Not the Holly trade. What was it that... we'll revisit that because I might have made a mistake. If you guys are talking about the Holly trade, yeah, that was definitely during the war. What was I just talking about with somebody? It doesn't matter. Maybe I screwed that up. If it was the Holly thing, yeah, I screwed that up. That's definitely All-Out War. But the other thing is, Scott Gimple was talking about using stuff in the comic that they didn't even get to for the show. So keep in mind, if that is a little hint of what's to come, they could be pulling material that we haven't seen yet. That was in the comic that they never done on the show, and they're now doing it. I gotta go back and look, because I just had something where I was like, yeah, in the finale they did this and this. Oh, the lineup. That's what it was. The second lineup. Oh, my God. Where's my brain? The Holly stuff was in All Out War. The second lineup was after Spencer, and that was before All Out War started. That's a topic for another day. That's just petty, petty timeline stuff, but I just wanted to answer the comments about that. Reese Kiddas. Ronnie, if you haven't already, you should check out zombie movie, The Girl with All the Gifts. I did, and I talked about it on this channel. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as you did, but if you want to hear my thoughts, there's a video up on that already, and we may revisit that in depth. Like Train to Busan, we're definitely revisiting that. That's going to be in one of the highlight videos I do that's coming in the future. But fear is still growing. Well, I don't know if you're talking to somebody else or me, because I was talking about what kind of main cast we have. But yeah, I didn't say it wasn't growing. I didn't say that we shouldn't have other main characters, and I absolutely agree. Yes, fear is still growing. But no matter what they do, I feel like not giving us more of, or maybe more or different family dynamic or group. Maybe instead of having the Salazar and our mixed blended family, maybe we should have had 3 groups along the way. I mean, the substantial amount of cast, maybe they couldn't do it because of this, that, and the third, but I just feel like our main characters are going to be here until season 5, and then we won't even see a big death. But by that time, maybe the fan base is too big, and they won't even kill them off because there's too many fans who are da-da-da. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Air Remus Films. Hello, Ronnie. Did you see the Walking Dead reviews by your movie sucks? They're entertaining as hell, even if there's a lot of negative stuff said. Please watch and share your opinions about them. I haven't seen them. I'll definitely check them out. I might have seen them. Are they old? If they're old, I definitely had to have seen them. I feel like they're old. I'll check them out though. I don't mind watching negative videos about the Walking Dead, because I mean there's certain times where I hear something and I'm like, that is just dumb. Like there's a video, and I don't think this is not an insult. There is a video that I just think is, there wasn't enough research done on the material. Is it the theorists, the movie theorists channel or something like that? They did a whole video breaking down the mathematical equations about when the walkers will rot, and the entire time I was just scratching my head like, this whole video is just pointless. Pointless, absolutely, because Kirkman has stated that whatever is in the virus preserves them. So you can't sit there and say a human body rots, this quick. Let's take those numbers and add it to this formula, and then we'll come up to no, because they said in this world of The Walking Dead, and then that's where it gets to the finer tuned stuff where it's just a headache to even argue. They said this, because you need zombies. So why even argue? I think when the zombies are going to rot out and die, that's probably the least enjoyable conversation, in my opinion, for the world of The Walking Dead. But I don't mind negative videos, even if I disagree with some of what they say. Chops the Clown. Ronnie, I know you are into horror movies, but are you going to play? Yes, the new Friday the 13th game, I will play that. Thought Factory. Yo, Ronnie, can I get a wrench? No. What's a wrench? Oh, you mean the moderator. Yeah, I'll look into you. Hold on. I don't make anybody just mods. I have to deal with you and, stuff like that. I look you up and stuff, so just hang in there. So anyone who wants to be a mod, let me see, what is this? Who are you? Thought Factory. Factory. Meerkat 280. Aaron, cook the people bitching about. Don't really have any reason. Wait, any reasons? The reviewers are all consistent. Reviewers love it. Fans are bitching about it. I don't know what the hell you said. Aaron Cook, the people bitching about don't really have any reason. The reviews are all consistent. Reviewers love it. Fans are bitching about it. I'm not real sure. Maybe that is something from a different comment. Like you're discussing it with someone else. Marcus Bell. I wonder if Heath will show up in season 8. I would think he's gotta, at least for a little bit. Zach Hapgood. I was talking about did you hear about the guy who brought a baseball bat to a gunfight fucker line in the comics, Ronnie? Yeah, I know. That's the same thing I was talking about. And no, where it happened in the comic already happened on the TV show, you know what I mean? And that was between Rick and Negan when they were talking, and except for in the comic, keep in mind it was blended because it was right after Spencer's death, as opposed to on the show, they blended it with the Holly situation. But again, they could still take that and they could remix it to a different part of the war, and we might hear that, but we're not going to hear fucker, obviously. They'll edit that out. Train to Busan was fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. Comic Negan, what do you think about my TV brother? No one gives a shit. Mark Molly, fear started big and shrunk. I think he was talking to me. Evan Pang, whoop-de-whoop. Whoop-de-whoop. It's... Never mind. W-H-O-O-P. Whoop. D-E. And then whoop. W-H-O-O-P. For those who want to know. Randall. Oh, there it goes. Comment went bye-bye. Robin. Signing up for a wrench as well in case one of the guys needs to leave. Mapp presents. See, yeah, I know Robin. I know him consistently. Hang tight, Robin. I'm going to mark your name down. We'll get to the wrenches later on. MS Cherry Eyes. Have you seen shows like Zoo? No. My daughter did. My daughter spent the night at my grandmother's, came home talking to me about watching something called The Zoo where animals turn into zombies and they eat people. And I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? The Last Ship or Containment. I think I did watch Containment. I'm almost positive. I watched some TV show where they boarded off the city. And yeah, Containment, if it was the right one, it was frustrating as hell. Do you enjoy them also post-apocalyptic / sci-fi, or are you more zombies and straight-up horror? No, anything that's post-apocalyptic, any and everything I have an interest into. But there's some shows that are filmed in a certain style that I just can't jive with. Like anything in CSI style, and this is a hard thing, and I do want to make a video breaking down different styles of TV shows and movies, but there's clearly a different style of movie, and when it's post-apocalyptic, when it's dark, and it's, a serious, even if there's comedic elements, I'm there. But if it's post-apocalyptic and the audience is for teens, I run like there's no tomorrow. That's probably why I just wasn't into The 100, because every other episode I was just slapping my head like, I can't do this. J Money 22 Q&A. We saw badass Travis at the end of Fear season 2. Do you think we'll see more badass Madison? I think we will. Yeah. And Alicia in season 3. Yeah, they're going through it. So I don't see there's any reason to tone it back. I don't think it would be consistent. So yeah, Aaron the Punisher. Did they take into account that new walkers are made daily remaining survivors and have the idea? Yeah, they did something like that, I think. But the big thing is having whatever's in the virus slow down how they rot or how quickly they rot. That changes everything. That's like trying to do a math equation with the wrong number. You know what I mean? It's whatever you come to at the end of the video is wrong automatically because you're doing math with the wrong numbers. Matthew Gilligan. Has anyone watched 13 Reasons Why? I'm sick of it after 4 episodes. Does it get better? I don't know. People keep asking about this show, and I guess there's some people who really like it, and then there's some people who really hate it. But every time I hear people talk about it, they just argue. So, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Because that's the consensus I'm hearing. You either like it or you don't. Aaron the Punisher. The Last Ship has been excellent. Need more coffee. Ronnie. Wormwood. Yeah, I seen that. One is a zombie movie with My Fair Australia. I didn't love it, but I'll be honest, but you might. I didn't love it either. I thought it was okay. It was something to watch when you're bored, but I didn't love it. Chops the Clown. No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Sabrina Hawk. Ronnie, what's your opinion on the Alien franchise and the new movie coming out? I'm definitely going to see the new movie coming out. 100%. I think it comes out this weekend or next weekend. I loved Alien. Loved Aliens. Did not like Aliens 3. I won't even watch Alien Resurrection. I won't even watch, look, or just... No. Just no. Prometheus, I was disappointed as all hell, but I've slowly come to like it a little more after the fact. Because I thought it was going to be about aliens. I thought there was at least going to be something alien, in it. But now that I stepped away from my expectations, I do like Prometheus more than I first did. But I am very, very excited for Alien Covenant, yeah. Rick Grimes. Ronnie, are you afraid of Trev's Chan? He is big, muscular guy. Yeah, I'm terrified. Spin 2020. Wait, we missed that. Cliff Curtis is the new Avatar movie. Oh, Cliff Curtis is in the new Avatar movie? Really? Was that coming out like 2018? Thought Factory. Cliff Curtis. Wait. Oh, I read that twice. Robin, Rick Grimes. Ronnie would crush his skull with Lucille. Oh yeah. Can I bring Lucille? Sure. I'm no longer afraid. I got a Lucille for each hand. Sanford Wabnick. Q&A. Will the survivors ever leave Alexandria? They shouldn't. I mean, they fought so much to stay there. They really shouldn't. They should use that as home base and then send a group out to discover what else is out there. Logan, Q&A. 2 weeks until Logan's released on Blu-ray. Better get that collector's edition, brother. Is there a collector's edition? I love steelbooks, so if they release a steelbook, I'd love to grab that. But if they're going to have like some kind of collector's edition, I'm curious to see what it looks like. At this time, I think I'm good with just the movie, Day one, they usually have it cheaper. I think it's like $20 at Best Buy. Unless they started changing their stuff. But Nicole Potts. Ronnie, hands down, I don't think... Oh, here we go. Trev stuff. What are you guys, bored? I don't think people on YouTube are going to be fighting in you know, face to face anytime soon. Besides, what would we say? Your reviews suck. No, yours suck. Imagine, I would be embarrassed to even get into that fight. Your videos are boring, man. Aaron Cook, don't watch Alien Resurrection. It's better to pretend the movie never existed. I agree with you. I definitely agree. Spaceman, yeah. Avatar 2 coming 2049. Yeah. Are you going to do a react breakdown of the new It trailer? Nah, I'm not. I'm going to watch it. We'll watch it, you know. Are you going to make Better Call Saul Season 3 reviews? No, for the 500th time. No Season 3 reviews of Better Call Saul. It lost me, okay? I'm not interested in it. Everything going on with Saul bores me to tears. I love what's going on with Gus and Mike and everyone else, you know. Saul, it's fucking about Saul Goodman, you know. And it's not all good, man. You know, it's not. So no, at the end of the season, I will do a quick video and I will talk about it. But no, not episode to episode. Yeah, I was out of ideas. Patrick M. Why'd they deviate from Junkie Nick's storyline? It's like it never existed. Yeah, that pisses me off, especially rewatching it. They have this, and this is what frustrates me about character development. They get a character and they go, okay, you know, you got to build backstory. So what you'll do sometimes as a writer, depending on whatever your method is, writers will create an entire backstory that you never see on screen. And it's just for the actor to have. It's just for you as a writer to write out the character, you know. So he's a junkie, he went through this, he got robbed here, had to suck a dick in the alleyway. Like, you write all this shit down for the character, right? And then you get to the point where in the show it becomes, oh, you know, we wanted a junkie, because it makes it sound like it's more of a fleshed out character than he really is. His withdrawal is as convenient to whatever the plot needs as possible. There's no way in hell, and if there was a real junkie that was advising, you know, what happens with the character on screen, that must have been a rich junkie with going through no real problems, because that shit was bad. Like, that was poorly executed on TV. Having the withdrawals 1 minute, next minute he's like, nah, I'm good, man. Especially his whole life he's been going through it. He's been going through it when his dad died and all this other shit. Like, they show him in the flashback. And when you come off the shit, there's a lot of problems in your head too. It's not just physical withdrawals. Like, that messes your head up as well. And they don't explain any of that. They don't cover any of that. They don't cover his lack of motivation. They don't cover this. They don't cover that. You know, I mean, whatever. Just fuck it. Yeah, that was something they just slapped on the character to make it seem like they had this really deep and thought out character, but they really didn't. They just had some character they call a junkie, you know. Randall.com. It's very choppy. I think it might be that way until I keep trying to fix things. Speaking of which, we got, all right, 13 minutes. We got to roll. Yeah, let's get into the questions. I'm going to try my best to fix up the editing. We might have to deal with this, though. Not the editing, the live stream. We might have to deal with it being a little choppy until I move and I get hardwired. Joseph Burrows. Have you the trailer for Bloodline Season 3? Do you enjoy Season 2 as well? Wait a minute. There's a Bloodline trailer? Bloodline's on Netflix. I loved Season 1. I loved it. Season 2 was a little bit of a letdown. I didn't think it packed the same punch as Season 1, but I still liked it. Tiger Bone. Ronnie, do you think Negan will double-cross Jadis? No, not at this time. If there's a reason to, I think he'll be a dick, you know, when it comes to it. Yeah, sure. Maybe he'll be like, you're not getting 10, you're getting 5. I don't think that's double-cross, you know? Ronnie, should you check out the trailer for It Comes at Night? Yeah, that looks okay. It looks too much of a carbon copy of I Am Legend, though, and we discussed that. They do this all the time. They take a movie that's real similar, they just change a couple things, and then they shit it out again. Wank Stain. Ronnie, you should check... Oh, yeah, we already did that. Raiders Cat. Would you like to see Sherry and Dwight reunite at the burned down forest for the house Dwight left pretzels and beer? It doesn't really matter, you know. I don't care where they reunite, just as long as they reunite. Aaron the Paul. I have friends who were addicted to pain pills, and they still struggle, much less heroin. he could stick it that fast. Wait. He couldn't. Oh, yeah, he couldn't get rid of it that fast. Yeah, it's an unrealistic look at a junkie, bottom line. Marcus Bell, Bloodline has been canceled. I didn't hear that either, so take it with a grain of salt, but look into it if you're interested in Bloodline. Fear Vids, hey Ron, where did you get those Polaroids from? I saw them in the mail video, but can't find where you... I put the link in the video description. It's right there. Drop the video description. You'll see all the links. Tiger Bone. Butch, are you Butch? What? Ronnie and Rosita. Rosita plus Daryl thoughts. I don't see what you guys see. Mark Molly. But what explains Nick lack for need for heroin? What explains Nick lack of need for heroin? There's nothing that explains it. That's why we have problems with it. I'm going to stop reading everyone who wants wrenches right now. If you want wrenches and you ask, I'm taking down your name and we will get to it at another date. I just do a quick check and then you guys get wrenches. So, that's that. Let's go. Keel Valence. So everyone who did, yeah, you're next. I'll look you up too and then we'll square it away off stream. And one of the main reasons why I'm not doing it like, oh, we're live. Yeah, definitely. Because some people will just see that and they won't know I know so-and-so. I've seen them all the time, or I chit-chat them even through Messenger. And they'll just be like, okay, anyone who asks gets it. And the next thing you know, the feed will just have people asking. So new rule, if you ask, I write your name down and we'll deal with it after. And I'll update you every new live. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Where we got? Ronnie, any thoughts on the movie? Get Out? No, I didn't see it yet. I'm definitely going to try to see it when I can. Susan Denmark, I am glad that I'm listening to the live stream and not watching it. It lags a bunch. Sorry, no problem. We're going to try to fix that. As long as the audio ain't lagging out. You know, look at it like a podcast. And if you still have a problem with that, then don't watch until June. Because I'm trying every different way to tweak it and it's not fixing the visual lag. And I think that's because this is Wi-Fi. And everyone says you got to be hardwired. So, like I said, June we will be hardwired. Hardwired, bitch. Susan DeMarc. Killering. Did I say that right? Have you seen Riverdale? No, haven't seen Riverdale. Peso Million. Ronnie, when are you interviewing Peter Zimmerman? In June, so stay tuned for that. Raiders Cat. Is that why live stream is early for our European viewers? Yes. And I'm going to try to do another one tonight. Just a quick hour to make it fair for both time zones. We're finishing up. I got my eye on the clock. So, Ronnie, why you never answer my questions? I don't know. I mean, you just wrote boobs, so maybe because you write ridiculous shit, and I would rather put my attention on people who are actually asking something of substance, you know? Listen, it's funny to joke around, you know, but in all honesty, people don't want to watch me joke around for an hour. Some of them have legitimate questions they want to ask, and that's probably why I skip yours. Dylan Colson. But in reality, though, I haven't seen your name come up yet. So I think that is just the luck of the draw, and you just didn't get lucky at this point in time. Had you put something down, though, I would have seen it right now. So, future tip. Dylan, thoughts on The Strain, Ronnie? I watched it, first season. I couldn't get into it. It's just not my kind of show. Renalti Cleo. Damn, I suck at names. Are you watching Gotham? No. I watched the first season. I liked it, but it's that kind of show where if I have nothing better to do, I'll watch Gotham. TTR Productions. Hey, Ronnie, will you do a playthrough of The Last of Us 2? Yes, absolutely. Review? Yeah, I'm going to do that stuff. Definitely. And more video games, too. Thoughts? Oh, yeah, that's Strain still. Ronnie, will you sell signed copies of Doomsday Kingdom? I would buy the shit out of that. Yes, I will, Wank Stain. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, the having prints and signed copies and everything like this and having stuff at, different price points is the only thing that's going to save us when it comes to being able to physically create the comic. Without that, we just simply can't. We can't, create a comic independently and sell it for $3, just $3, because just printing it alone is going to cost us like $2.50. Unless we order a ton. Keep in mind, we're not ordering a ton. It ain't big. So the more you order, the more you knock that price down. So it gets difficult. So selling signed copies and prints and all that other stuff, that's the reason, is because it'll save our ass. So for anyone wondering, we're going to have as many different possibilities as we can. Do I watch The Flash? Nah. I said nothing. Colin McKinney, will you do another comic live stream before issue 168? I might, yeah. Rick Grimes is, well, I don't know. Hold on, take that back. I'm moving, and everything's just crazy right now, so in June, things will clear out more. I might do it in June. If I can before then, I will try. Rick Grimes, is Fear the Walking Dead going to steal more from The Walking Dead? Yeah, most likely. Blockman, Ronnie, answer my question. And again, you didn't put one down. This shit gets frustrating. So many people like, answer me, answer me. If you're going to put answer me, it doesn't hurt to put your question down again, because I would have answered it. Relax like a cat. Will you ever do a video with Trev's Chan too? No. How's that? Stop asking. John Tan Gay? Ronnie, have you pre-ordered any Hot Toys figures? No. Love the show, brother. I would love to. If I could, I would grab the Punisher. That looks like a badass figure. You gotta have Darth Vader. But even if I had the money right now for a Darth Vader, I honestly don't know what to choose. So when it comes to Vader, I don't know. Yoda would be another cool one. I heard they got a Yoda coming out. Jason, I'm a huge Jason fan. That would be a cool one. You got to go and look. If you're interested in getting into Hot Toys, you just got to go and look. There's so many cool ones, but no, I don't have any pre-ordered. Katie Gatt H. Have you played Fallout 4 or Evil Within? Yes, I played Evil Within. I played Fallout 4, and I liked them both. I haven't revisited them, though, but when I get more time, I will. Steven Seagal, Ronnie, you were the one that made me buy the Walking Dead comic. I love your content. I've been loved reading the Walking Dead. That is awesome. Definitely awesome, because like I said, I remember being like, comic, that's dumb, and then I'm reading it like, this is crack. Meerkat, yeah, because you snort crack. Meerkat 280. Ronnie, did you get the Last of Us 2 stuff I tweeted? No, I didn't. I haven't checked Twitter today, though. Butch Woods, what is that tattoo? Which tattoo? What tattoo? Oh, this one? I have the, the laugh now, smile, wait. Yeah, laugh now, cry later faces. If you look close, though, I made him switch it to cry now, laugh later, because I just think why would you want to laugh, or why would you want to cry at the end, but that's dumb, because never mind. Kieran Gillian, will you do a house tour at your new house? Yeah. Since I'll be moving and the content will be hit or miss, and I don't even know what the content will be like yet, because I'm going to try to budget move where I do as much as possible just myself, so that gets rough, especially on your back. So I will try to record things, so then when they get the new place, record it, and then as I'm setting things up, set a camera up, record it, maybe do a little discussion, maybe like a Q&A as I'm setting shit up. I don't know. So we'll do as much as we can with what we got. Sorry about the boobs thing, Ronnie. Needed to get your attention, and it actually didn't work. I read out your stuff because on the screen it had your question down here, and then the next line there was just boobs. So if you go back and rewatch, I started reading your shit and talking, and then I noticed boobs. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's luck at a draw. That's just the way it is. Travis dead. Ronnie, does Shiva know how to attack? Yeah, we joked about this. Please explain. There's no explanation. It's a TV show about the zombie apocalypse, and they have a tiger. I don't think it matters if she knows who exactly to attack. I just suspend my disbelief. Kiel Valenzilia. Any thoughts? I butchered the hell out of that. Any thoughts on Star Wars as someone, as somehow a religion? Wait, what? By the way, I'm a nerd. Star Wars as a religion. I don't know what you mean by that. If you're asking me what I think, I just think that is utterly ridiculous. Rick Grimes. I noticed Michonne only interacted with Rick in season 7. Of all the cast, this should change Gimps. I don't know what you mean. Butch Woods. I am not being a whine ass. How do you pick a nose with a nose ring? Does it have a backing? No, it has a curve. So I know you might think it comes all the way down, but it doesn't. It curves and it like hugs or lines on the inside of your nostril. So yeah, I mean, you could pick away if that's what you're worried about. Go for it. But it does come out. You could just take it right out if you wanted. It's not a big deal. I noticed Michonne. Wait, where are we at? Blonde part. When do you think during the season we will see Rick get back at Jadis, and what do you think he'll do? I would like to see him try to get back at her in the very beginning. Like I said, she's close. They need to do something with that community. If they can disrupt that community, then maybe that would be helpful somewhat. Tiger Bone. I have the same tat. Laugh now, cry later. Yep. Yeah, do you? Tiger Bone does. T-Lop. Oh, man, I always butcher this name. What is this name? T-Lop E-S-G-S-D. I don't even know what that means. Ronnie, how come nothing for Into the Badlands? Best show on AMC. Runs for cover. Laugh my ass off. Into the Badlands? No, it's not my kind of show. Brandy Lynn, Ronnie, Q&A. Where would you suggest the best place to find a mini Daryl Pop for keychain? Yours broke. The mall, like FYE. Is that the store? Yeah, for your wait, FYE. Yeah, FYE. Tiger Bone, Ronnie. Is that the end of Oceanside? I don't think so. I don't know what specifically you're asking though, but. Butch Woods, do you review products? Have you ever used a Ring video doorbell? I can't get it to work right. I have no clue what the hell that is. Ring doorbell? Ring video doorbell? I don't know. No, I don't review those type of products. Will Moore, so do you think the new beginning will be boring before the Whispers? No, because it's the introduction of where our group has been through the time skip. I can't friggin' wait. And yeah, there's going to be a ton of fans who are going to say that's boring. I just strongly disagree with them. SSA, Q&A, Ronnie, is Breaking Bad really in the same universe as The Walking Dead? What's your call? No, that is utterly ridiculous. Rick Grimes, I meant she only talked to Rick in season 7, the red savior girl and the blonde on the balcony. Are you sure? I mean, really? Yeah, I guess. If you mean directly, I mean, she walked through people. There's people there plenty of times where they're all sitting around. But if you mean she directly speaks to them, I still don't know what you mean. If she somehow only directly talked to Rick, the red savior girl and the blonde, I don't know what you mean, though. Is that like a cool, fun fact? Then sure. I'll have to double check because, I mean, that seems a little strange. She only talked to them. But if she did, then yeah, they have it split up so much. Yeah, that's probably possible. Working Dead. The sound is off. It's like watching a Godzilla movie. I don't know. Is the sound off? I know that sometimes you need to do it on YouTube. It's not like it's done it for me before, where you just rewind it 10 seconds, or you move the slider thing. Get your questions in. We're gonna end in 2 minutes. I ran 15 minutes longer than I was supposed to. Yeah, we're at an hour. I definitely was not supposed to go past an hour, and I got to get running. So let's take a couple questions to finish this off. Again, we'll try to meet tonight. I don't know if I can make that happen, but we will definitely try our best. Francis Zelli, Ronnie, are you watching American God? No, I'm gonna try to, but not yet. I'm trying to hold peanuts and type at the same time. Michonne also talked to Ezekiel. Please answer. You were starting to get into it the previous stream about Shiva attacking saviors. Thought you said something about Ezekiel using flashcards. Yeah, that was just a joke, though, based off a meme that was going around on Twitter. Yeah, Ezekiel with the flashcards was a joke. Are you going to watch Bloodline Season 3? Agree, yeah. Agree, coffee questions are important. Sinian blown. Hey, Ronnie, if you would cast it for a role in The Walking Dead Season 8, would you do it? Obviously. I don't know anyone who would turn down a casted role on The Walking Dead, which would... Now, it depends on what it is. Like, if they were smoking crack and they were like, Ronnie, we want you for Negan, I would never take it. I think that opportunity would... Because I am as worse of a fit for Negan as it gets. And I think that would hurt my career. Fans would hate me from now until the end of time. And it doesn't matter if you love me now. Just being casted in that role would ruin that role. So therefore, I would turn that type of role down. But if it was something that I felt comfortable with, and I feel like I wouldn't ruin the show, shit, yeah, I'd take it. Why not? Did you ever watch Black Sails? I thought they totally blew it in the last season. No, I didn't watch it. I want to, but haven't. All right, a couple more. Have you watched Don't Breathe? If yes, thoughts? I did. I thought it was okay. Yeah, I thought it was just okay. Give me mod. Give me's don't get you, Jenny. Kevin, you think they'll use more CGI in Season 8 or go back to more practical? I think they'll do the same as they've been doing. You know, it's blended, and I don't think they're going to stop doing that anytime soon. Colin McKinney, do you think Season 8 premiere will be close to issue 115 in terms of structure, story, minus the Holly bit? I think it's, at this point in time, I think it's absolutely possible. They might have to explain why Negan didn't do anything yet and how soon after the last, episode this played. Other than that explanation, yeah, it's possible. Sorry. Yeah, it's possible. Brandy Lynn, that girl wearing glasses they love. Oh, all right. Yeah, do you think, where are we at? Are you watching the 100? No. Do you think that Oceanside Girl was was the snipers going to be the new character? The one that meant Tara? Yeah, I think she'll be a new character. I don't know how big or small she'll be, though. Ronnie, have you checked out the show Black Mirror? No, but I hear good things about it. Morgan Blue, have you seen Sense 8? Yeah, that was done by the, Wachowski brothers or something. Yeah, I watched the first season, and there was so much I was excited for in the very beginning, and then it is just, if you want to take any show or movie and you want to say that's propaganda for something, then that would be borderline propaganda. Yeah, in the middle of that show, I was like, there's so much potential here, but it still seems to be breaking this realism just to throw like I forget what is even in the shit. It deals... Oh, man. What is that called? It's on tip my tongue. Starts with a T. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, man. What is that? Anyway, you got like a girl who's going to be a guy. You know what I mean? Like you're born a chick, but then you want to be a dude. It goes off the deep end with that so much so... I was like, this has to be done by a person who wants to solely focus on that. So then I looked it up, and it was like the Wachowski brother was born a dude, and then he transitioned over to be a chick. And I think that their connection to that, they flooded the show with it, and I think it destroyed the show. I think it took a fantastic concept, and it just destroyed the show. By the end of the season, I was like, this is shit. I'll never watch it again. Because they were taking stuff that the characters did. Like, they have a straight character, and he just straight turns gay instantly with no explanations whatsoever. And, yeah, that's out of character. Now, if you wanted to say that he was straight, but maybe he was bi and never explored that, I probably wouldn't even have, it probably wouldn't even have registered, you know? But you have one thing, and you just do something totally different, it starts getting to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? So yeah, I looked it up, and I found that out, and I was like, this might have been one of those shows where it's perfect for them to set it up, but they're too close to they're too close to it, so they need to have somebody else maybe direct it or help write, or I don't know. I feel like there was just that too much flood in it, and they needed somebody to be the buffer against some of the bullshit, Either you like it or you don't. Please answer Q&A. You touched on it for a second during the previous stream, flashcard thing, Shivo. Travis Dead, I don't know why you keep bringing up this flashcard thing. Yes, we talked about it a minute ago. There's nothing else to talk about. It was a joke off of Twitter. How Tax Saviors, was that you, or is that in the No, that was just a joke on Twitter. I don't know. It's a fucking tiger. You know, it's a tiger on the TV show. It's movie magic. There's no reasonable or logical explanation for why the tiger attacked only saviors. So yes, count that as a negative, a slight against the show. I'm sure there could have been some type of little trick, maybe head in that direction, but outside of that, I don't know. John Tangway. Ronnie, what is your favorite Walking Dead collectible? That's rough. That is rough. Bum. I don't know. I need visuals. I can't pick a favorite. I just can't. There's no way. There's so many different cool ones for so many different little reasons. You know, there's just no way I could pick one favorite collectible. Brian Lynn. Oh no. Negan was a perfectly normal, average size wiener. Yeah. All right. Let's take the last couple questions and roll out. Also cliffhanger. If you can turn by being bit or scratched, what if you bang a zombie? I don't know. You tell me. But no one said you can turn. Listen, the scratch thing was a theory. We never saw it come to light 100%. That was still a theory. If somebody else has proof and don't say the prison stuff, we will look at that different. But keep in mind, there's a lot of just, you know, speculative stuff out there. They killed the guy in the prison because it was a theory. We never seen somebody get just a scratch and then turn. Unless we did and I missed it. And don't take anything that was like, oh, it just scratched me, but we don't see it. I mean, literal proof. Maybe in a panel that they talked about it and said that a scratch will do it. You guys let me know, because it is possible. But I don't think scratches are 100% like bites are, because it all matters on how dirty the shit is and if it, you know, is enough to infect you and if you have antibiotics and all that for the infection for that. Simon, would you like to see Rick to die and a female character take over? No, I don't know why you would even say it like that unless you're focusing heavily on a character taking over just because she's female. I think that sounds forced right off the bat. If you didn't mean it like that, then I just question why it has to be a female character. But anytime somebody comes up and says, hey, would you like this to happen, so a female, or a this or a that, I just feel like it just feels like it's forcing a female character. I wouldn't want Rick to die and another character take over, period, for the show. For the comic, at this point in time, for it to have a longer shelf life, I think it might be possible. It might be necessary in the future. Yeah, male or female, though. I don't give a flying fuck. James Powlett, do you think the gay and lesbian relationships are being rammed down our throats in The Walking Dead? It is definitely possible. Yeah, I think. I don't think it's as bad though. You know, like they're there, but I don't know. I don't see it as a problem. But there's some people that if you're like, okay, this is getting a little overboard, I can see, but I wouldn't blame solely The Walking Dead. I would blame so much of the shit outside of The Walking Dead. And I'm not talking about just gay characters being in shows. Everyone who's watched this channel knows I don't give a damn what you are, you know, as long as it's interesting. I'm talking about the people who stand up and say, you must have a gay character. They stand up and say, you can't kill the gay characters. These are everyone I have problems with, because who the fuck are you to force entertainment? If you want a gay character, go write a show. Go write a comic. Go create a comic. Go do this. Go do that. Don't stand up and say, you must change this because of this, that, and a third. It's entertainment. Let somebody tell the story, you know, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't support it. It's done, you know. I hate when people think they could come and change the creative flow of it just to suit their own personal preferences. If The Walking Dead is not that zombie, if it's missing that element of the zombie apocalypse that you don't want, or you want to see, that's a better way to put it, then go fucking write your own, you know. But I wouldn't blame just The Walking Dead, so I will partially disagree with you. I think if you're just looking at it and you're ignoring everyone on social media who just is professionally offended or always wants to complain, I think The Walking Dead is fine. What do you have, Aaron? I mean, you had Denise, but who gives a shit? It's not like it was a big deal. Denise, Tara, that was a fine relationship. I don't think that was problematic. Aaron, I think Aaron and Eric's still alive. I mean, they're they're good, interesting characters, and I think Ross, the actor, is doing a great job with it. Jesus, are there more gay characters in The Walking Dead than probably realistically you would find in real life? Yeah, I mean, isn't the no, I shouldn't say that. I'll have to look at the percentages. But isn't the percentage like, no, there's way more, there's way more in the show than you would, you know? I have to go look at the percentages. I could have sworn somebody said it is only like 2% or something. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's a little low. Is it really that low? Go easy on The Walking Dead, though. I don't think The Walking Dead is gay propaganda, you know? Go easy on it a little. Ginger Josh and the Bald Guy. Hey Ronnie, hope you're cool, mate. In your opinion, could The Walking Dead be done within 10 seasons? Yeah, sure, if you wanted. You know, it's a nice round number, and for me, what else can they cover with the main characters? Peace, buddy. Sure, if you want it. Me, I don't need it to have an end. I don't need it to work towards a cure, you know? For me, I want to watch them survive in the world of The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Even if they just randomly die, you know what I'm saying? As long as it was still interesting up until that point, and they don't find a cure, they don't build a community, they don't do this, they don't do that. If that is the end of their life and their story, I'm fine with that, because that's all we were promised, you know? Bates Motel ending sucked. Another total bed shit. Oh, that sucks. Wouter Van Jin Kill. Hey Ronnie, what would you say is the perfect way to end season 8? No, I don't want any whispers revealed at all. I don't even want them set up. Maybe you can put some foreshadowing, but no setups whatsoever. No, not at all. As far as the perfect ending, finish the war, end the war, and start to rebuild. End it out on a positive note, as if it was like a whole season finale or series finale, and then bring in the new beginning in season 9 with something crazy and epic, you know? Blockman, hey Ronnie, if Maggie were to kill Negan in the comic, what would your first response be? I don't know. Damn. It depends on how. If she farted in his face and he died, I'd be like, what the fuck? But if she did something epic and cool, I'd be like, oh man, you know? It depends on how and what it is, you know? Melissa B, Q&A, is there anything that could happen that would actually stop you from watching the show? If they start... Oh yeah, there's a number of different things. Yeah, there's definitely stuff they could do that could have me stop immediately, you know? Like if they started season 8 and they killed Rick, I'd probably be done. I'd switch to Netflix, because again, I think that hurts the flow of the story so bad. There's no way you can recover from that, not completely. So I would just catch it on Netflix and then focus on you know, other things, you know. That's that. But there's definitely stuff they could do. If they come back from the break and the acting is terrible, if they continue to do bottle episodes and the interest just starts to fade, eventually it's going to become where I might not stop immediately, but I'll go, you know what guys, I'm not watching it and reviewing it right away. I got this going on. Maybe but we're talking, it needs to be a build-up. Like it's not going to happen in 1 or 2 episodes. It might need to be 2-3 seasons of dragging ass, you know. So let me clarify that. Good question, Melissa. Hey Ronnie, hey Ronnie, you're awesome. I was wondering if you think fans will get an alternate Glenn head with the Glenn and the... From the sound of it, we're not getting it, Brian. From the sound of it, AMC does not want it. How did you like the Bates Motel ending? I did not watch it. I quit in like the 3rd season. I felt like it was all about relationships, and I just stopped. Wank Stain. Let's do a couple more, and yet still here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I feel bad. I feel like I want to get everyone's questions answered. You know, because we get everyone saying, "Oh, you missed this, you missed that," and I'm like, well, I'm trying to get to it, but it's just hard. Guys, please use all caps for emphasis and not to draw attention to your questions. Thanks. Yeah, if people are starting to do ridiculous stuff to get attention, you know, I'll just ignore you. I'll tell you that right now. I've done a terror treasure unboxing. No, I don't even know what that is. Would you like the one to be? Wait, Indian Blown. Would you like The Walking Dead to become more romantic? No, that is just ridiculous. No. Rockin' Ronnie hates fucking awesome shit. People under Ronnie agrees. We don't live in the state Garfield is in that cup, but rummed up. She's bizarre. Timeout. He's ass. Blue. I mean, Judith going to be a sort of girl, man. Yeah, just reading some of these, trying to find a good question. Got a commercial. Great job as always. I should do Ronnie. I wanted to be natural enough for us. Yeah. Ronnie, I'm the one that doesn't like the TV Michonne. She made a good transformation, though. There's no problem with questioning her badassery, but she is too emotional and rash since Negan. It's fair enough criticism. Chris Gronbach, would you hate The Walking Dead if it gets to that point? Wait, would you hate to watch Walking Dead? Because it's kind of where I'm at for a little while now. Yeah, some of these, I don't know. Some of these have like typos, and it's just not complete sentences. I don't know what you mean. Would you hate watch The Walking? Oh, all right. I see what you mean. Hate watch The Walking Dead if it gets to that point? Question mark. If it gets to what point? Because there is a delay when I talk and when you hear. So, or you mean when I talked about how it's starting to suck ass? No, I've been in it a while now. I would never hate watch The Walking Dead. When I hate something, I'm done. Like, if I hate something, I'm out. You know, like I started hating The 100, I'm gone. I hated Z Nation, I'm gone. I haven't looked back since. So no, I don't understand hate watching. I just don't get it. Part of me doesn't believe it. I don't believe that someone watches a show they hate. I think they like parts of it, but they're so frustrated, all they focus on is the negative stuff. Camera's still on. Ronnie, good old boy. Ronnie, do you know if Peter Zimmerman is on Twitter? How can we find him before the interview? Yeah, he's on Twitter, and stay tuned to this because I'll definitely announce it, or follow him on Twitter. Raiders Cat. Let's go. Let's do 5 more questions and let's rock out because I'm late already. Mark Scott. Ronnie said you will hear something in the next. Yeah, I already said that. Which was, do you think we won't see as many Horde in the future? It doesn't matter. We don't need to focus. No, it doesn't matter. Lots of zombies, only a little zombies. It doesn't matter. The world is full of them. What should they do if, God forbid, one of the major actors passes away? Well, that's one of those situations where it's like you're done. You know, damn. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? Who likes the governor more than Negan? Do you think Robert Kirkman has planned for an ending for a TV show apart from the comic ending? I think that is absolutely possible. I mean, until they say definitely or get to that point, I don't think it hurts to kind of have additional ideas floating around, you know? What else? 3 more. What do you think the dynamic might be in the future seasons between Judith and Maggie's baby if the show is still around? Normal, everyday kid stuff. I don't see any other dynamic outside of that. Butch Woods, do you think we won't see as many... wait, how did we get back to that question? Relaxed like a cat. Thoughts on Lee from the game? He was cool. Koala Whisperer, who's your favorite TV savior at the moment? Dwight. Possibly. No, Simon. I don't count Dwight as a savior. Not as of he's a traitor, you know, in a good way. I like Dwight's character. Yeah, a couple ridiculous questions, but Elijah Edwards, do you think Jerry will get Richard's death from the comic? I think that's a possibility, yeah. Should The Walking Dead cross over in Fear? No, not at all. He's got to pick up his baby girl. Yeah, I'm rolling. What do you think about Josh McDermott? We did a whole thing on that. How do you think Carol will die? Getting shot in the face. Hate watched Girls. Girls. What is it? Oh my God, yo, Girls. I did kind of hate watch Girls. Are you talking about the HBO show? Somebody told me that Adam Driver from Star Wars was on this HBO show and he had the funniest scenes in the world. So I went and checked it out because something wasn't on. I went looking for something. I think it was Prometheus. I wanted to rewatch it and it's not on HBO. So this thing pops up and you're suggested and it had Adam Driver on the picture, or I thought of it. Regardless, I clicked on it and I'm searching for some of Adam Driver, and my God, I thought Girls was like somebody made a show making fun of these people as if these are real people and they are shit bags. Like, they are complete shit bags. Like, these people are not people you would ever want to know, ever want to interact with. They are just trash, all of them. And I was shocked stupid. What is the girl who created that show? Is it Dunham? Something like that. I guess you're supposed to actually feel sympathy for these girls, and you're supposed to actually like them. And I was just like, so I watched a few episodes of that, just so shocked stupid that here I thought it was a TV show where you watch these people and you're supposed to hate them like villains. But in reality, it's like, I don't know, it's, fuck, man, if people exist like that, I don't want to have any part in that. I don't want to see them, know them. I don't ever want to have to wait in line with them. Man, just disgusting human beings. I heard that girl who created that show was touched in the head anyway, so I'm not surprised. Girls was great till the fact chick got all political and Girls Got Rude bullshit. Girls was fucking, whoa, that, fuck. That's a whole nother world of just, what? Would there have been any nudity in The Walking Dead? If it was on HBO, sure. Rate The Big Bang Theory. It's alright. I thought it was funny. I watched it a bunch. Hate watched because of Adam Driver and Marnie. Who's Marnie? Hey, do you understand why characters were so poorly acted this season? Question mark. If somebody saw Daryl for the first time in season 7, they would probably wonder why that retard is so popular. I don't know what exactly you mean. Wait, what? I don't think they acted so poorly. I think there's definitely weak moments, but overall, no, I think a lot of stuff was great. Especially the context, the content. Some of it's difficult to get out, you know. Was there in Patreon? Check for his. Yeah, we got to roll. You found, yeah. I am at I am Peter Z for Eduardo from The Walking Dead on Twitter. We got to roll though. I definitely got to go. I was supposed to do something with the comic, and now I'm like half an hour behind. So because I had something written down in the notes, and then I reread it last night, and I was like, oh my god, I got to go to bed and then look at it with a fresh mind, because now, and it's the one hurdle I want to get past, so we can get the contract out of the way, and then tomorrow talk to the artist, give him the first bit of issue 2, and then we'll talk about when to get issue 1 and get it out and everything. You guys will hear an update on here before anything happens though, so stay tuned. Do you watch Two Broke Girls? No, I don't. Last question, bud. What's the name of that Drew Barrymore zombie show called that you said? Oh, Santa Clarita Diet. I think that's what it is. I think I said it was Diet Santa Clarita, but that's because the fucking banner said Diet and it was Santa Clarita, but I guess it didn't, but I just looked at it wrong. SSA Q&A. Which The Walking Dead character do you want most to see in the nude, Ronnie? Yeah, see, SSA. You promised you wouldn't ask anything stupid, and then I'm a grown-ass man. I don't give a shit, you know? What's seeing a nude chick gonna do for me, you know? I'll go on a date if I want to have fun. Keep up the good work, mate. Peace from the UK. Peace, Ginger Josh and the Ball Guy. Yeah, I'm out of here. Gotta go. One last one, because it came in Scrampoli. That's a new name for the channel that I remember. Well, for this live stream. Do you think that someone could lose a child late term and it could turn and eat them from inside out? I hope not. I don't want to see that in The Walking Dead. I think it is possible, absolutely, but not all babies are born with teeth, so the idea that they're eating the way out, I just find it to be fucking stupid. Me personally, if it was in, you know, Z Nation or something, it fits in that world, because Z Nation does a lot of stuff that is fucking stupid, you know? I would hate that with a passion. Liam Petrid, would you want any character to survive through the whole 2 show? Wait, whole 2 show? What whole 2 show? Alright, I don't know. I gotta go. I don't know what that means. Survive through the whole 2 show. Thanks, Ronnie. Thanks very much for coming out to the live stream. I am pissed I didn't shorten that down, because some people are like, oh, it's too long. Let's get an hour one. And I was like, well, fuck it. Fuck it. What do we got here? All right, I'm gonna watch this back and check out later tonight and check out some of the problem areas. Check some of the settings maybe later tonight or later, you know, in the wait, shot in the face question mark. Damn, dude, laugh out loud. I just said that because I don't know. I'd have to look into it. But if that's how delayed this live stream is, that's crazy. I really got to go. Thoughts, theories, predictions, anything you guys want to talk about, put those down in the comment box. I'm going to try to live stream again tonight for maybe an hour. 2 hours, really. I'm going to go. I'm done talking. Now it's your turn.